Should you build Mu? Only if it's the right one. Here's why Legendary Mu is good for merits, but why the Epic Mu is just going to be a waste of resources for you. So let's jump over the Mu. Obviously currently, right now I'm basically investing in Mu. I have the skills 5, 3, 5, 4, or actually I can actually show you right like this 5, 3, 5, 4, and I'm continuing investing in the Mu. I'm buying the daily bundles every day, and slowly I progress my direction for the Legendary Mu. I want to point that this Legendary Mu. Now, what actually separates by skills a Legendary Mu from the Epic one? Now, I'm not quite sure I can actually see the Epic one, but if I am not, I'm going to open my farm account and I'm going to show you the Epic Mu. Now so far, let's check it out. First of all, just short overview over the Legendary Mu. Obviously the first spell is very nice in my opinion. It's like 1.3k. Also have can be transmitted 2 times between enemy legions. The palette deals 40% less damage with each transmission. That means it's something like a diffused damage, but if the first legion is going to get hit the most hard. It's not going to be equal for all the legion, but still 1.3k is the skill damage factor. Healing receive reduction, we don't care about this. Even though with the new builds for sustain and survivability, some players are putting like 3 Sand Lizard, so maybe this is going to be a good idea to have this healing receive it reduction, but it is what it is. We cannot actually remove this spell, even if I mean this extra debuff for the enemy legion, even if we want, but still it is better from just pure damage there. The second spell is healing factor. Now this is when Mu Hsiang casts raid skill. She heals 3 surrounding friendly legion. Once healing factor can go up to 100, and heal his own legion, her own legion for 150. Pretty nice thing that is going to increase the survivability, even though I don't think Mu Hsiang is going to be for Sand Lizard, to be honest. Here is legion gets 10% healing and gets 10 defense, 20 attack, obviously. And the last one is the thing that actually matter for Mu Hsiang. Here is the thing with Mu Hsiang, and something that I really don't like, because this is one of the most important spells in Mu Hsiang, okay? And the raid skill. So normally the game is putting something like 5-5-1-1, so this type of build, or like 5-5-5-1, this type of build, but this one is the last one. So you know, I'm not quite sure what is the chance to get it to 5 by luck and make like 5-1-1-1-5, which is for me personally impossible. So this is the Legendary Mu. The talent skill is going to be I guess the same. We're going to have the support, PvP, and overall. So I'm not quite sure if I can actually see the what is this thing here. I'm not so sure I can actually see. Okay, oh my god, what did I oh my god, oh. Well, thanks to this video I get something extra. What, can I get more? Can I skip that? Oh my god, I'm going to get like 10 tokens. What is this thing? Okay, we cannot open. Yo, I didn't actually know that. Anyway, we're looking for the Epic Mu. This is the Legendary Mu. We already go over the skills. Right now I'm going to log in with my farm account, where I'm going to, you know, just check it out, the Epic Mu there. Okay, here we are with my farm account, 9 million power. Okay, let's get these things here. So we're going to look over the Epic Mu. Let me just get the resources from my farm. By the way, on my farm account, I actually have Lilia. I don't remember why I actually get her, but it's like, oh brother, look at this thing, 211, absolutely horrible. Somewhere here should we have, yeah, this is the epic version of Mu Hsiang. Obviously the talent trees is going to be absolutely the same. The main difference is going to be in the spell. And why the majority of the people think that Mu Hsiang, the epic version, is not actually going, it's not a good investment, okay? So we're going to start first with this spell, where we have skill damage factor like 700. This is like 500 less skill damage. And this thing can get boosted, you know, from the talent tree you can get increasing the skill damage, which is going to be different for 700, and it's going to be different for 1.3k, which 1.3 is close to 2 times more damage. This is just the rage skill. Okay, obviously the next one is healing factor, cast rate skill. She heals her own legion. So here we're not seeing a synergy where the legendary Mu Hsiang is healing the 3 surrounding legions, which can be actually also Margaret there, and most likely there's going to be Margaret there, and Margaret is getting benefits for every single heal to proc this increasing of the normal attack damage, which is, you know, crazy. So this is again huge minus. Now obviously all of these skills is going to be minus compared to the legendary Mu Hsiang, but why you should not actually go even for this hero? This one is healing granted bonus 10%, legion defense bonus 20%. I don't remember, there should be one more thing for a legendary version. Now here is the important thing. Whether the legion get healing, it get 1 stack of psychicants mark. Each stack increase the legion by, can go up to 6%. Mass stacks, this effect can trigger once per second. So here the most important thing is actually here, and this is the legion bonus attack. But at the end of the day, the damage Mu Hsiang is doing is a very low. I mean, this is from my point of view. Obviously this hero, I'm looking at this hero as a mage main, so definitely if I compare her with Woldyr. Now Woldyr, okay, was the awakening of Mu Hsiang, just to mention that, blah blah blah, 700. Here increase the damage to 800, which is very nice. I guess I'm just guessing the legendary version is going to have something like this. We're going to check it out because I'm not like 100% sure about what was the legendary version are giving. But if we compare with Woldyr, Woldyr is doing 600, which is going to go to 700, reducing the attack of enemy legions by 20% for 3 seconds. In the same time, it's not having diffused damage like Mu Hsiang. Mu Hsiang with each jump is going to reduce the damage by 40%. So basically the first time you hit hard, the second time you hit on half. Woldyr is not having this issue and is hitting the target and 3 nearly legions with no diffused damage 700. This hero is 2 times better for Mu Hsiang. This hero right here, and the competition for epic heroes is rising. It's all rising over and over again. We have a new hero present in the game. This is Marduk. Brother, this hero is doing crazy amount of damage for the cavalry. Look at this thing. I mean, all the spells of this hero is absolutely crazy. I have seen some crazy reports with Murdoch. Obviously this is for cavalry, but I'm just showing the competition that is happening right now between the epic heroes. And the Mu Hsiang, the normal version or the epic version, is just, it cannot actually compete with these heroes. Eliana is also very good. Shield, damage taken, damage reduction, shield up. What else I can actually... Gwanwyn is also a good hero. Now, I cannot actually say Mu Hsiang is for the trash. Obviously, she's having her age, but at the end of the day, if we're building a legendary legion, and I think this is something that we should focus, or at least focus over the best epic hero that is for your troop. For example, as a mage main, I definitely have to focus over the Woldyr. Woldyr is outperforming the Epic Mu like 2 times. This bad boy is like Valen. He's not doing diffused damage. If I'm cavalry main, I'm going to obviously focus over Murdoch to level up. If I'm infantry main, Mu Hsiang is not going to help me that much increasing the damage. Maybe for marksmen. Maybe for marksmen I can say she can actually get some good damage, but still, her AoE compared to Gwanwyn, Gwanwyn is doing like a skill factor 200, she's hitting like 3 times, this is 600. And at the end, Awakened is going to apply 50% chance to inflict this 100 damage every second for 3 seconds. So here we're looking like 900. Maybe I can say Epic Mu Hsiang is one idea better from Gwanwyn. Maybe there you can actually think twice. Should you actually go with Mu Hsiang with your marksmen? Just because she's performing better from Gwanwyn. But at the end of the day, we're looking for legendary heroes, you know, we're looking for legendary heroes to build our legions. And the epic one, it have to be extremely good to be picked. Now, obviously in the first season, since this is a season 2 hero, in the first seasons people are not going to have that many marches, but still, better save your investments. Even though that this is an epic hero, you don't have that many investments. When I open my main account, all of my epic heroes is awakened. You know, at one point you're going to have everything awakened, but at one point, in the same point, you're going to have all of your legendary heroes there. Also Tara, great competition also for Mu. She's like a healing factor 500, we're not talking about 50. Also hero skill damage bonus 20%. So you just have to find some good legendary hero, put Tara with him, and Tara is going to boost the damage of this bad boy by 20%. If it's Nico, for example, Nico is doing, just for example, is doing 1.4k. Nico's skill damage is 1.4k. So get like 20% more hero skill damage, you're going to get like close to 300. And this is just by second spell of the Tara. And the healing is outperforming the Mu healing. But the Tara main weapon is this spell, where it's giving attack bonus by 50%, and also damage taken reduction is going to be 10% for the legion and for surrounding friendly legions. That means for all of your 5 legions. I was really thinking where I can actually find some good place for Tara, but at the end of the day I didn't actually find some good place for the Tara, and I end up like this, just having her in my main account. But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. We're going to be presented with more and more heroes that is going to just some old heroes is going to start get outdated, and here comes the pain that these outdated heroes, actually you have invested in them. Obviously you may continue playing with them till you level up the other heroes, but with the speed we're getting a new heroes in Call of Dragons, that mean every KVK, that mean like every 2 months we get 2 new heroes. And it can be cavalry, infantry, something that I really don't care. I care for the mages. So I'm guessing at September I'm going to be finally getting some generation for mages. Now let's talk about the farming, the merits farming. And yeah, from point of damage, Mu is outperform. I mean, the legendary Mu is outperforming everything. It is absolutely normal, but in the same time it's giving more healing, which is going to keep you there. It's going to keep your legion full. If you hit more time with full legion, you're going to hit more time harder, because when your legion is like 20, 30, 40%, the performance is dropping like 2 times. So you have to be careful with that. And this is the main reason, let's say it like this, that I decided to actually make this video. Is just to show the people that Mu Hsiang, okay, right now, you know, I don't have the epic version, but I think only the legendary version actually deserve your attention. The epic one is not good. In season 2, again, you're going to get a lot of season 2 heroes, and if your idea is to stick with epic heroes, it's not a good idea. Just because you're going to make couple legions, let's say 3-4 legions, they're going to get destroyed. Better have like 2 legendary legions and get some good merits, invest in them, make them strong. For example, I don't know, Lilia Thea and Woldyr Velen, make these two legions stronger from this to try to add Mu Hsiang epic. Maybe you can make her support, but she's not a support because she's not having the healing, you know? I mean, no healing there. Maybe Indis is one idea, even though Indis is the most hard hero to be awakened in Call of Dragons. This hero, the only way you can get emblems for Indis is from the Trial of Dragon, which, you know, costs so much time. But anyway, just wanted to say a couple words over the Epic Mu because I get asked it like 2 times. Since the you know, to get the legendary version you have to buy these mystical fruits or something like this, and your hero is going to become a legendary. So yeah, so I wish this will be for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. If you do, hit one like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.